What's going on YouTube? R2R Moto here, and today we're going to Six Flags. Alright, not really. I wish we were going to Six Flags. Got the Six Flags sign right there. I haven't been to Six Flags in quite some time. Honestly, though, this video really has no purpose. So I really don't have a plan for today's video. I guess since my 3 videos I've already made, I don't think I've gone over this. Let's talk about me a little bit. So I ride motorcycles here in Maryland. That's where I am basically from. I've been riding motorcycles for about 3 years, but I would definitely not consider myself a skilled motorcycle rider at all, really. Every day is still an adventure for me, trying to get better. Some days I still stall this bike, just trying to get more confident in my riding, basically. So I ride as much as I can. Fairly new to the motovlogging game. I made sort of niche videos about the FZ09, about how to do a mic setup and how to basically start motovlogging with some cheap alternatives. Other than that, though, I haven't really touched on much. I really haven't touched on anything else because that's all the videos I have. But honestly, I'm having fun so far motovlogging. If you don't motovlog and you're thinking about doing it, you should definitely go for it. It's a fun way to just get out and just ride. If your friends can't ride, it's a way to just be able to get out and still talk and basically not ride in silence. When I'm not riding, talking to the camera, I usually end up riding, just listening to music and singing along to that. So it's just another way to keep myself entertained. Hopefully one day get out with a ride with some friends, basically see what we get into there. But for now, yeah, I'm just riding back roads, just riding around just to see where I go. I wish I could go faster because this road is actually really kind of fun to ride for the short stretch that it is. And I just felt a raindrop hit my goddamn windshield, so I think it's raining, even though it's starting to drizzle, even though there are barely clouds in the sky. It's the one thing about summer, you got that summer rain. I don't know if that's a technical term. It is summer and it's raining, I guess. I really don't know if summer rain is a term. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Like I said earlier, guys, I have nothing to talk about in this video. So if you click off, if you've made it this far, I'm proud of you, because I don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't. You know, I wish that, maybe not wish that, have like a Moto Madness moment right now. Somebody hits another car, gets into a fight, and we got some content. It's not looking like how it's gonna go right now, though. I don't know where I'm gonna go either. Kind of just riding the ride. God, I don't know if I can put this video out. There's nothing in this so far. Once something happens, we're not having a video, and you probably aren't seeing this. Alright, while I was sitting at that very long street light, I actually thought of a good thing to talk about for this video. So I said we were going to go into basically a little bit about myself, so I'm going to talk about how I actually started motorcycling. So from a young age, I've always enjoyed things like motocross, MotoGP racing, riding bikes, and all types of action sports. I used to skateboard, used to scooter, BMX, and I was never really allowed to do anything motorized, though. I wanted to get into motocross riding because I used to live in Georgia, and there was a lot of just open space out there, but parents didn't allow me to ever get a motocross bike, so I never got to live that dream, and I gave it up for a while. I used to skateboard, like I said, and for a long time I had dreams of being a professional skateboarder. I was good, but I was not good at anything vert related or park related. I was more of a street skater, but I was also more of the kid who was afraid to get hurt, so I wouldn't push myself as much as I needed to do to get really good at the craft. So that just fell by the wayside, and I really just gave up all type of action sports for a while to just go to school and just focus on that. Well, I think freshman year of college it was, and I ended up finding out just through random YouTube videos. I think I came across Fooligan's YouTube channel, and I started watching his YouTube channel. I got really engrossed in his YouTube channel. Found Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel, Do It With Dan, Walterific, Motonosity, all those guys, all the main moto vloggers. And honestly, just watching their videos and seeing how much fun that they had on motorcycles just made me really want to ride motorcycles. So started looking into how to go about getting started with motorcycling. I knew at the time, I think I had only had like $1,000 saved in like my bank account, so I never really dreamed of owning one, but I was like, let me see how it will go. And then I just ended up just googling about the MSF course, about the Harley Riders course. If you guys don't know, there are two types of MSF courses that you can do. I don't know if there are more, but you got the standard MSF course where you usually do it at like a local college or a high school or something, just like a local place. And then you got the Harley run courses where you basically go out, and when I went out, we rode in the street 500 bikes, and that's how we basically just learned to ride motorcycles, was on that. It was like a 3-day course. You didn't have to have your permit, so you can just go, you do the permit test, you do the motorcycle test, and then after the 3-day course, you're on your way to get a motorcycle license. So that's what the course that I did, and after 3 days I got my motorcycle license. I went back home, and I was just, then that's when it just all hit me that I was like, I can ride motorcycles now. So the next thing it shifted from is going from that, trying to figure out the MSF course, then trying to figure out how to buy a motorcycle. But basically, when I figured out that I wanted to actually buy a motorcycle, I ended up getting a job, saving up some money, and I ended up buying my first motorcycle, which was a 2015 thought that looked like that log was on a leash for a second. But so ended up saving up some money and got my first motorcycle, which was a 2015 CBR 300R. I think I paid $3,000 for it when I bought it. It was basically brand new. It was their demo bike, which at the time, looking back, I think I probably spent a little bit too much money on it, but I'm not really sure. And honestly, for the times, I didn't care. It was my first motorcycle, and I really enjoyed riding it. And that was basically what I did every single day. Now, obviously living in Maryland, and when I bought this bike, I was actually going to school in Pennsylvania. So during the winter time, it's super cold. Now, going into a little bit about gear, is I don't have the best of motorcycling gear. At the time, I had a helmet, gloves, a jacket that wasn't really meant for motorcycling. It was just like a pleather jacket, and some motorcycle boots, because I bought that. And winter was hell, but I was so into riding motorcycles that at the time I didn't care. I was freezing my fucking fingers off and was just loving every minute of it. So I rode that bike around for a while, for a good bit, put some good miles on it, and ended up eventually trading that bike in. And at the time, I just sold the bike mainly because I knew I wanted to get something better, but at the time I didn't know what I wanted, and I didn't want to be pressured into buying a bike that I didn't really want. So ended up, I have no idea where I am currently. I ended up getting this 2015, sticking with the 2015s, ended up getting a 2015 FZ09. And I love this bike. I've had this bike now for, what, 2 years? Something like that, around that time frame. And honestly, I want to keep this bike until I run it into the ground. Alright, so that was a little bit of a backstory about me, random ramblings, how I got into motorcycling. if you guys made it this far, hit that like button for me. Shows that you enjoyed the content. If you want to subscribe for more content in the future, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the future. Also, if you have any more things that you would actually want me to talk about, anything motorcycle related or just in general, if you want to see, just leave it in the comments. I'll make a video about it, especially with being new, starting off content. Trying not to just rehash things that other moto vloggers have done in the past. So I'm gonna get some actual content out there that you guys want to see. So like I said, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. See you guys later. Peace.